Welcome to the session on compensation and benefits. Before we begin, a brief introduction about me. Hello, I am Ritu from Delhi and I am HR strategic leader, author, and a life experience coach, plus a proud volunteer with HR Success Talk as in the capacity of State President, Delhi. To be able to help you learn more about the compensation and benefits, I would share my screen with you. So we are going to cover certain topics under compensation benefits, which are one, introduction, concept of compensation management. This helps us understand how do we define compensation, what does it really mean. Next is the objectives of compensation and benefits. Objectives helps us understand the why. Why do we need a strong compensation and benefit strategy in place? We also understand planning a compensation model. So there is a lot more that goes behind preparing or planning a compensation model. There's a lot more stuff that needs to be done before a final strong model is in place. So we understand all of that as well. Next is the factors influencing the compensation policy. So these factors could be internal or external, and we would understand those factors. We understand types of compensation. We learn about components of compensation in terms of what comprises of the compensation plan. We also learn about all the laws around compensation and benefits. We look at the trends in 2021 and beyond in terms of after the post-COVID, there is a lot more that has the changes that have happened. So what are those and what has been the trend and how do we see it happening going ahead? And lastly, the unique compensation structure in India. So to understand the concept of compensation management, compensation is referred to as money and other benefits received by an employee for providing services to his employer. So this is a very basic layman definition which says it's money and other benefits received by an employee for providing services to his employer. But in the HR language, how it is defined is as compensation, as pay, reward, remuneration, or salary, and wage management. These terms are often used interchangeably in organizations. In any organization standpoint, compensation is an important human resource management function where it emphasizes planning, organizing, and controlling various types of pay systems. For instance, direct and indirect payments, monetary and non-monetary rewards, and cash and non-cash payments. Those compensation is used for rewarding employees who perform in their work or services. So we have come across certain terms like direct, indirect payments, monetary, non-monetary, cash, non-cash. So all are different types of payment systems wherein we would learn more about them in the next coming chapters. When we say benefits, benefits are the non-monetary incentives or forms of value other than the payment given to employees like health benefits for which the employee doesn't have to pay. It is defined as the part of the total compensation package provided to the employee in whole or in part by payments from the employer, and it does not comprise of the pay for time spent on work. Moreover, benefits are group membership rewards that give security for workforce and their family members. So very clearly we understand that compensation is as a whole a strategy wherein benefits is a part of compensation, wherein it includes different types of payment systems. Objectives of compensation. This helps us understanding the strong why. Why do we need a compensation strategy in place? How does it help? The employers want to pay the amount as minimum as they can to save the company's cost. On the other hand, the employees want to get as much as they can. Therefore, the objectives of the compensation management are formulated for addressing and fulfilling the needs of the employers and the employees to come to a common point. That's a primary objective. So, what all goes in it, we'll break it down into different points. Control the incurring cost of the organization. So, compensation is a cost, right? Management needs to know what all cost are they paying, where are they paying, why are they paying, when are they paying. So to have a clear understanding, a transparent understanding of the strategy, it is important that we have a compensation and benefits strategy in place. Next is to follow the labor laws or wage system by acknowledging the legal provisions. We would understand this particular bit in detail later on in the slides, but it is also mandatory and legally binding the organizations that we follow the labor laws which impact the compensation and benefits. Next is to bring an easy understanding of salary structure and other benefits by the staff of the company. So as an employee, while you're working for an organization, you would want that you have a very clear picture or a clear understanding of what is being paid to you, when is it being paid to you, right? So that clarity helps you feel better and feel confident about being treated fairly. Next is to enhance the overall motivation of an employee. So as we spoke about having a clarity of what is being paid to an employee, once a person is clear about it, he or she is also aware of, you know, the how would the salary or the payment that he's getting would go high, what are the performance expectations. So all of these clarity would help an employee to feel motivated about doing a better performance. Next is to improve the comprehensive company's ranking on social platforms in terms of employee motivation and satisfaction. So we all know that in today's world, wherein social media, uh, you know, you know uh, exposes every information, right? Even if you're looking out for a job, you would first browse through social media, understand how good or bad this organization is talked about by the existing or ex-employees. Do they pay well, do they not pay well, how do they treat people? So to have a good company's ranking on social media platforms, it is important that a strong strategy, compensation and benefit strategy is in place, wherein a organization can showcase it to be able to retain, attract and retain their employees. Competent compensation for reinforcing the reward winning behavior. Balance in pay structure also helps in attracting the right and creative talent. So as we've just spoken about, attracting the right talent by having a good social media presence, a good company's ranking on the social platforms, uh, it also helps the existing employees to be aware of the reward winning behavior. What is it that is expected? How behaving or performing better would benefit them? What is the scope of getting a better salary, right? So that kind of clarity also helps. Long-term retention of the employees. So having all of these kind of clarity, an employee would want to stay with an organization and work for an organization for a very long time, and hence it helps retaining good employees for a decent number of years. And payment must meet the employee's overall needs and expectations in return of the work done. It is important that it meets the overall expectations. Now, this is a pictorial, showcasing the objectives of having an effective compensation plan, wherein it helps in talent acquisition, retaining talent, ensuring equity, reward performance and behavior, controlling cost, legal compliances, and administrative efficiency. So we have already covered the definition or the concept of compensation and benefits. We now understand what does it really, how do we define these two terms? What does it really mean? And the why behind having a strong compensation strategy in place. How does it help the organization? So this is all about in this particular video. In the next video, we are going to cover planning a compensation model and to understand what goes behind preparing and coming up with a strong strategy. So until then, do refer the slides, look at the content, read as much as you can, and I'll see you soon in the next video.